and we express our concern about the delay in making a declaration. We expressed our concern that business had come to a virtual halt, that there was uncertainty and tension, and that the situation in the country was becoming dangerous day by day. And the longer that it took to make a declaration and bring this process to an end, the more likely we were to move to the edge of disorder. And in that regard, we urged the Guyana Election Commission to speed up the process so that we can have an early declaration. We felt also that many of the requests for recount were frivolous. They did not have, not frivolous, no reason was stated, and that it was not sufficient grounds for more and more boxes to be opened. And there seemed to be a deliberate plan to simply call for the opening of boxes in all 10 regions in order to delay the possibility of having an early declaration. So we feel it is contrived and it is causing great distress to the population of Guyana.
Basically, what we want to do is, having regard to what happened here this afternoon at the Elections Commission, we are asking Guyanese people to remain calm and to trust their leadership, that we are going to do what is right by you. We have gotten certain assurances from the Elections Commission, and we trust that in a very short space of time that we will bring a resolution to what is happening here. You all know what has happened, and we were told by the Elections Commission that they will be sharing the statements of poll which they have in their possession with the press, all of it, that is to say, all that they have with you, and you will be able to make your judgment as to where we stand in this process. I trust that as soon as you do that, you'll be able to make the necessary deductions and understand what has happened in these elections. All we're asking again is that you remain calm. Violence will do nothing for us. We are the next government of this country, and we're asking you to trust us because we are going to do what is right by you.
We have heard from the Commission. We have impressed on them that we are quite anxious to have the formal process concluded, and that the people of Guyana, more importantly, need to know. We believe that the requests and recounts, though they have started, were done in error, and that the Commission should not continue beyond those few that have started. Because if not, we could have a ridiculous situation of boxes being opened throughout the country, and I don't think that the country and the people of Guyana deserve that. And so far as the people themselves, I appeal, like Joe, my co-chair, to the people to trust us, to wait, to watch, be vigilant, but restrain from coming out or doing anything that is violent or can be considered provocative or could lead to violence of any kind. We know that things are happening, but we are also addressing them. So please stay calm.
Assurances that you spoke about, could you say what assurances you were given?
That the chairman of GCOM, that they will release all of the statements of polls that they have. They will release it this evening, and that is about, I believe, 94% of the 100% they have, but they will release about 94% of the statement which they have finished verifying.
Did you get an assurance that they will stop the count of the ballots?
The recount.
They said they will decide, they will determine that at the Commission's meeting. In fact,
we've asked
that it be stopped.
Because no basis, or what we had was just a request for a recount, but no reasons were given why. At least we believe it's a quasi-judicial process. At least you should state reasons, and those reasons must be good and sufficient, that you have reasons to believe that. So just say that we want to recount in 1,700 boxes without reason really tells you how ridiculous it could be.
The reasons to reject those polls were spurious, so could you comment on that?
There was none. There's not spurious. There were no reasons given. That is what Mr.
But the official request to GCOM contains no reason why there should be a recount, except it's like an instruction. We want a recount, and they have to understand that in this process they're just a contesting party, as is the others. You can't instruct GCOM to do anything. So they've just requested.
Since this is the case, would it then be a breach of the relevant act, which requires that the returning officer satisfies himself that the reason is reasonable?
Earlier today, Mr. Harmon wrote to the chairman of GCOM pointing out that we have a different interpretation and that any process that leads to a recount would be in violation of the Act, the Representation of the People Act.
Thank you, sir.